let's take that action and find out, right? So our next speaker is a man that I've heard him the first time 5 years ago, and I couldn't stop following him since then. He has an amazing charisma, and he leads many people day to day, hundreds of people. He's a businessman. I've been following his words of advice for many years, and I am very, very happy to introduce to you the man also behind Gallery of Ideas, 𝙋𝙧𝙖𝙘𝙯𝙀𝙗.
I say, right, think about your audience as being naked, but without saying it, of course. It would be awkward. Let's see what I can tell you. You have an opening, you have some things you want to discuss, you have some examples maybe and some summary. Very basic, right? The thing is, if you look at really a public speaking, then in general, this is what it looks like. So people basically prefer to die before they stand here. That's what you guys do. They take this as an example worldwide. They're saying, okay, I prefer to die than I do this. And believe me, it's amazingly fun. You should try it. So that's one thing. So I need to give you something for all those presentations that you're going to be doing. So you have some holding. So in the old days, you had these slides, and you had overhead projectors. You had all kind of boards and flip or whatever. You can do all kind of different stuff. PowerPoint now, I'm using PowerPoint, by the way. Apology for that one. It's a very boring way of doing it. You saw the first guy doing it, right? Just having papers, and it was already amazing. So you need nothing. Prezi, I see nowadays. You have done Prezi? You've seen it before? It gets me dizzy if I look at it. You know, the things flying in, flying out. But anyway, you must have seen it before. The thing what I wanted to give you is a reference. So if you do a presentation, have a reference, right? And the reference is very simple. You'll say again, basic, but I'll give you some examples. So the reference would be you have a guideline. So a guide, you saw my agenda, which was very short. You have a result, calling to action in some way. You have emotion. If there's no emotion, you have no presentation. That's the whole thing. So we'll get back to that point. You have to be authentic, not yourself, then don't be there. And the other thing is you need a bit of tempo. So we only have 10 minutes. That's a good thing about it, so I cannot be slowing down. So I have to see you a lot. So let's start with this guideline. You see bullet points a lot, right? They're boring, they're too long, they are basically always you know what is coming. You're reading faster than I'm talking about it, so you already know what is coming. That's boring again, and they're always too long. So you don't want bullet points. That's the main thing. So bullet points, don't. Or not too many, 1 or 2. I'll get back to the numbers of things that you have to be presenting on a slide. But anyway. The other thing is people want to put too much in a slide. An amazing number of information they want to get on a slide. I've seen many crazy ones. I'll give you one crazy example that will make you dizzy anyway. People present this stuff. Really. It's not a joke. They do this. And it's not even to give an indication like I'm doing, it's too crazy. No, they're really doing it to go to the detail, you know, this process, go there. It's crazy. You should never do that. So they asked me a long time ago. They said, Eric, I think my first lesson in doing a presentation. They said, make a presentation. You got one slide. I said, okay, cool. In this one slide, I want to have your whole private life, your whole work history, and all your hobbies. You're already imagining, no? Difficult slide. So this was my slide as an answer. Not that difficult. My first one, private. Single, engaged, married, divorced, love, and I guess now what's coming afterwards. Second one, work. I was a consultant, then I became a manager, associate director, and now VP, and whatever comes after, I have no clue. And then the third one, it's like training sport, okay? I was doing a cert on water polo, then I did some tennis. I went on with some racing things I did, and fitness. Now I'm doing mountain biking here, and God knows, maybe I could do water polo again. But so you can be very, even though with a simple slides, you can bring a lot. So what I'm trying to say, it's not the medium, it's not the number of data on the slide, it's the way how you bring it, okay? Other thing, so you have to get result. I want you to get the result and ask to action, basically to bring something. So I think can be done like this. So my first point on that is have one thing on a slide. You just want to tell one message on a slide. So not like the big one you saw before, just one. A very simple message, okay? That's the key thing. The other thing would be a reference. I already gave you that reference because it's great. So the thing great that I'm going to tell you, that's why I'm going through all these letters from great, is this reference for you, right? We're now at DR. And the other main thing is you have to have a call to action. Not a small one, but a very clear call to action in the end of your presentation. So you have an overview, you have a call to action, okay? Keep that one in mind. Emotion. I have a lot of emotion. While I'm standing here just by setting it up, talking with Patricia for so much time, it's an amazing concept to be able to present, to do a lot of interesting things, innovating, a little bit less innovating, but telling what you shouldn't be doing, so maybe going to a new place is also innovating. So you need emotion, be emphatic, feeling, ecstasy, whatever it is. Don't be dull. You know, you see a lot of people, they're standing like here, you know, it wasn't the days or I swear by God, like that's what I do. That's why this thing is here. I left it here just to show you that it shouldn't be there. And that's the other thing. You know, we have a screen here just to help you a little bit so you can talk freely, but it's a bit funny though. You should know it by heart, more or less. So the thing is, if you present, you want to be heard. So at least you have a voice. Now we have microphones, but you want to be heard. You know, you want to be clear, visible. No timid talk, whatever, it doesn't work. Okay? You need to be there. You be in the moment. The other thing is monotone. I can talk to you in the same voice all the time. You will be extremely bored in no time, and this is the way. You know, you do this for like a minute, and everybody's like, oh, God, get me another presenter. Right? That's the thing. So don't do that because it gets boring. Another thing is you need movement. You need your hands, you need your feet, you need whatever. You need to stand here, downstairs, whatever, get a bit closer. You need to do this kind of thing. It's part of the game. If you don't do that, boring. Don't even go there. Right? The other thing is smile. It is told that on all the presentations that you have seen, if you smile most, that is directly linked to the most loved presentation. So if you smile a lot, then people love your presentation. So that's cool. So smile. If you don't smile, boring. Okay? You don't want to go there. You get my point, huh? Anything else? This is the result if you don't do all the other things. And you don't want to get those people sleeping. Here and there, I want to keep you attached to my presentation, although slightly boring, but still. Another point, you have to be authentic. What does that mean? I got a few things with authentic. It's difficult. I can tell you to be it, but you got to feel it and, you know, just do it. And I think that's the main thing. One of the main things there is don't copy. Have no copying behavior. Right? So that's one thing. The other, be different. Really be different. You've seen so many things. Oh, he's always here, so I should be here, right? Or I was talking in a monotone voice, so I have to do the same. No, you don't. You have to do something different. And the main thing that you have to do is be yourself. And this may be a difficult point, you know, saying presentation is not all what you're doing. You feel a bit like excited, but also in a negative way. So being yourself is not that easy. Still try to do that. Do something different. Do it your way, okay? And then my last point of great is have a tempo. If you have no tempo, it gets bored. That's why I love the format we set up, because it's only 10 minutes, right? So what can you do to bore you in 10 minutes? It should be, it's difficult, huh? So put a lot of information in there. So tempo is important. I can tell you in this opening, I will try to explain, you know, to tell you all I know about presentations, etc. You get my point. This is horrible. If you're reading about the same slide, don't do that. You're done. The other thing is, you need to try to speak with ease. Not always easy. You get excited when you're here. Keep pace, so still moving a little bit. And in the end, don't lose your audience. I'm trying not to, okay? So the thing is, what is it I'm asking? Because there's a call to action, right? So the only thing you can change the past you cannot do, but you can change the future. And that's what I'm asking for you guys. So what I want you to do next time, so use great. I gave you all the different points. It will be on the website later for sure if you don't know it, if you miss one letter or whatever. You have this point. So the next time you do a presentation, think of this. And think of it as a liberation. You're being here like, wow, it's me, you know, you're making it happen. That's the great thing. Not the 41% who prefers to die before they stand here. So try great. Use this guideline. Have a result, emotion, be authentic. And I'm sure your attitude, yeah, it's not your attitude, it's not your aptitude, but will decide your altitude. So the thing is, you're going to be great. Just do it, all right? So good luck with it. Thank you.
Amazing.